Hello, welcome everybody to the Winter High Shelf collective charity stream. We are raising money for elevated access. So but this whole month, we'll be raising money for elevated access, which is a nonprofit organization that enables people to uh, get access to healthcare by providing flights to with private planes to no cost to the people, which in this fucking hellscape that we're in is very, very fucking important for people. So please, uh, any amount will absolutely help. Elevated Access was launched in 2022 in response to the extreme healthcare bans enacted across states' legislatures. My home state, Indiana, I'm looking at you, you garbage piece of junk. Same with you, Texas, that I'm currently in. Fuck you too. Um, let's see. Whether it's abortion, gender affirming care, elevated access is here to ease the burden and provide transportation for folks to relieve life saving health care. Their mission statement is we enable individuals to access essential health care through private and commercial aviation. Our networks of volunteer pilots are matched with and provide transportation for passengers, resources, and resources to aid people in the need of reproductive or gender affirming care. We do this through careful coordination with organization partners, logistic coordinators. We'll have links in the chat below so you can see what's going on. Um, but we wouldn't expect you to donate without getting something in return. So we have giveaways tonight. Each night you will have two giveaways. Uh, where the winner will be chosen at break time. So when we're in break and towards the end. Thank you. Somebody edited in the middle of me talking. When let's see tonight's prizes are a dice and pin set from Animation and the one ring starter set donated from Sammy Scribbles at the break, and a $50 gift card to Drive Through RPG donated by Ronaldus. Thank you, Ronaldus. Another what is that background noise? Sorry. Uh, another drive through. Let's see. Another dice spin set from Hannah Animation and Nova PDF from Gale RPG at the end of the stream. So those are our giveaways for tonight. Oh, here we go. After the whole event is over, so after all of this, so if you donate, if I remember right, you will also be entered into the grand prize, which is Dice Vault and Rolling Tray from Edgewood Academy, a $50 TTRPG gift card from Taylor, a $50 digital gift card from Samurai Rusk to use at her shop in the Gila RPG PDF bundle, including Nova, Nest, and Luna. And that will be at the end of this whole thing that we're doing. Thank you, everyone who is giving out these wonderful prizes and have donated to this wonderful cause. Let's see. Before I move on, let's introduce all of our players, which is terrible because I am new to everybody.
If you want, I can go first.
Yeah, please take me.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I use he/him pronouns. I will be GMing our game tonight, which we've chosen, or I've chosen Mouse Guard, and everyone made really adorable little characters that are going to go through the worst time of their lives.
I feel so happy about that. Taylor, would you like to go next?
Yes, I can go next. I am so conditioned to ignoring Taylor because the other Taylor is producing, but obviously she's not on mic or camera, so it's me. Hi, I'm Taylor. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me online most places that roll for Felicity. I'm playing a mouse. I don't know. Am I supposed to introduce my character or just me?
We'll introduce the characters during the first scene.
Okay, so I'll say nothing more.
Crap. Layla?
Yeah, that's me. Hi, I'm Layla. I use these are pronouns, which are just like she, her pronouns, but zestier. And I won't sound like this later. I'm I'm gonna do a British accent, so I'll sound like this, but weirder. Okay, that's me.
Nice. Roll for Felicity. I'm so sorry. I don't know anybody's name for this. I really do.
That was me.
Taylor?
I already went.
No, Taylor went. Cass.
Yes.
Cass.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cass, better known as Yoda Yoda Almighty. I'm also going to have an accent. We'll hear it in a minute. Oh, I use she, they pronouns.
All right, and last but not least, or no, that's not true because Casey, you also have to go. So Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah, Hannimation. I use she, her pronouns, and it seems like tonight's a night for accents. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And I is Casey Patterson, aka Tabletop Trucker 78 here, and I will not be doing an accent because I am garbage at them, but I will be up to shenanigans.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Real quick, do you want to? You know what? Why don't you explain the boons and banes?
Sure. Yeah. So for everyone donating tonight, we have interesting boons and banes, things that you can throw at our little group of mice for good or for ill. I'll start with the boons. So I don't have the amounts next to them because they're in my notes. Give me a sec. I'm gonna check. I think they're over here. Okay, so boons, I believe they are $10 each, and the first one gives players a persona point. Think of a persona point as a sort of a +1 on a roll, right? It basically comes down to that. It is something that is rather rare, especially since I'm not going to give more than one to my players. There's also a mechanic in the game. I'll get into it later when we get there. But think of persona as being a +1 on a check, whereas the other one, +1 die on one check. Then you get to add a d6. D6s are 50-50 success. But if you roll a 6, then you can use fate to re-roll them. So there's like a mini sort of exploding dice mechanic in there. And the other one is at 20, Provisions Providence. So that and basically most of the Banes for tonight are extra scenes that will be added to the game at basically like I'm queuing them as they come. So if we're in the middle of a scene and someone gives 20 for Provision Providence, then our next scene becomes Provision Providence, and on and on and on. The provision thing does stack. So if you roll it more than once, if you donate more than once, it gets added. Otherwise, the two terrors, once they are played, if you do want to donate for them, I am going to basically just introduce harder and harder challenges over the course of the night. Mouse Guard is in itself, while it looks cute, it's a very harsh game where you have to make a lot of compromises and where coming out unscathed of just about anything is rather rare. So for sure, you players are going to have well, I hope you have fun. We are playing in winter, which is the harshest season of them all, where the mice are supposed to be asleep, hibernating, hiding for the winter, waiting for spring to come. But as it just so happens, we're going to have need of you tonight. You received a summons by the head of the guard, the matriarch, Gwendolyn, to come to her room at the earliest convenience. That said, we're not going to start the game there. We're going to start the game a couple of minutes before. As the five of you are attending the memorial, the funerals of your now gone patrol leader. And for Casey, you're basically attending as a measure of respect, we'll say.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Yeah. So I would like to know, because you all have gone on a mission before, you all know each other. What do you remember of your last mission? One, how did your patrol leader die? And also, what do you look like? Since gear and clothing is rather limited for mice, it tells a lot about who you are as a person. So we'll begin our scene. I'll describe just a little bit of a thing. You stand on a large balcony on the back and basically of Lockhaven. Lockhaven is this castle set against a mound of stone at the foot of an oak tree. And part of Lockhaven goes through the trunk of the tree, and in the back there's this large it's like a belvedere more than a balcony, and in the middle is the funeral pyre of your patrol captain. And I would like to know, mice, what do you look like? What happened? The scene is yours. Lots of silence.
We're being respectful.
It's a moment of silence, yeah.
Oh.
To answer someone in our chat, yes, I can remove it from there. Give me just a second.
Yeah, same. It's making everything lag real bad on mine.
Oh no.
There we go.
I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Scorcher is a rather large mouse. He's got a little sword and a little shield. It's got a tree pattern on it, like the tree at the castle. That was lightning. He's got a kilt slung over his shoulders and wrapped around his little waist, made out of scrap fabric. Are humans canon in this world? I don't know.
There are no humans in this world.
There are no humans. It's like a scrap quilted kilt then in red, and he's got a little sword belt on, and the sword is made out of a piece of really sharp stone that's just been filed down, really sharp. So yeah, and he's just standing probably at the head of the coffin. Really doesn't want to be there, but respect.
I apologize. Someone's not respecting your funerals right now. Pepe.
His opinions, let him cook.
He has a place.
Who wants to go next?
Uh, uh, no. No. Uh, no. Okay, wait, start over. Wait, this didn't happen. This is a lie.
What do you mean start over? You start over.
Do it, Layla. Do it. Commit to the bit.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm committed. So I am playing Bergard, which I'm a little British mouse with a French name. We don't have to think too hard about that. And this is already becoming a country accent. Um I'm a professional. So I'm just a little brown mouse. I'm much smaller than the rest of everyone else. I don't have as much experience. I'm quite new. I'm still training. I haven't gotten approved to become a guard yet, but I will. I definitely will, cause I got heart, and that's the most important thing. Thing, whatever that a mouse can have, and yeah, I don't have my I don't have my bow with me because that it would be disrespect. I think it'd be disrespectful to have my bow on me. Um, so I don't have that. But I do still have my belt on, and my belt has my map that has a leather case around it. I keep it in a little tiny leather carrier that has the symbol from my town on it. So, and I'm also probably weeping like a baby. I'm definitely weeping like a little baby. I'm tender. I'm tender. I'm a tender paw. Yeah, and I use he him pronouns as well.
Well, Clover, that's my character, I suppose, is a small, tawny mouse in a blue cloak. She has her hook and line, which I assume is like a grappling hook, at her hip, and a little clover leaf strapped to one ear. And she would be standing beside Beauregard, sort of with a little paw on his shoulder to soothe his emotions. It is a very emotional, situation. Everyone is very sad, but she is his mentor after all, and she feels that it is her responsibility to be there for his emotions more so than her own. She is, of course, very sad about the passing of the leader, but she is also a very rational person, and these things, they do happen.
I wipe some of my snot on your cloak.
Oh, that's all right. You do what you need to do. There.
I guess I'll go. Jules is a larger, more muscular built mouse for mouses. He does not sound like all the other mouse. I'm from a oh god, this is a terrible Russian accent. I'm from a farther land. I was adopted, and my mother came from the motherland. And I like it here. He's an older mouse, probably in his looks like he's been around for a while. He is got a well worn shield with glass droplets um, on him. That's on his back, and then he also has an axe that's on his hip with a belt. He's not fancy like everyone else because cloaks tend to get mouse killed, and he's like, no cloaks, no cloaks. Seen too much. Seen too much. But he does wear his light armor, which is also adorned in these colorful glass pieces where the buttons at. And he has an axe that's hanging off of his belt loop that is also adorned. Y'all would know that he is for his hobby he makes uh, glass glass jewelry for for his downtime. And he's silently standing in the back, waiting for y'all to mourn. In his head, he's like, he was. They were they were good. That damn cat always gets the good ones.
I think that just leaves me. So Odile is a gray mouse. I think she's not super young, but I think she is smaller probably than some of the other mice. And has like a little like dark gray, like kind of shadowy almost cloak. Like it's like a grayish greenish kind of color that can like blend in to things pretty well. And she's really trying to keep it together because there's already a mouse here who's like really crying. But you can see that like she's got like a lot of like wet fur around her eyes and is like kind of wiping it away. Yeah, and is trying to hold it together but not doing the best job.
And as the fire consumes the remains of your previous patrol leader, does anyone have any parting words for them? Feels like Scorcher has some.
Wished you would have moved faster. Wished you would have given me your rations before you got eaten.
Scotcher.
Back out. What? I'm saying things I wanted from him. He's dead.
No, I know that. We all can. Never mind. Go ahead.
You were a good captain. I'll miss you.
You were the
Next
best
time.
captain anyone could have asked for.
Oh,
He
sweetheart.
really
Absolutely
wasn't. He
sobbing,
really wasn't the
screaming,
best.
sobbing.
He was fine.
Scorcher!
He
It
was
was the best
fine.
one I ever had. I only had one so far, but still.
Sure. That's fine. I don't know what to. Fine. Someone else say something nice. I thought I was being nice. Exactly. No one else has anything nice to say. He was fine.
He was a he was a good fighter. I
He's
see
okay.
you haven't changed. Since I see you haven't changed at all.
No, I haven't.
Always running your mouth. He was good. Unfortunately,
The cat was
You
better.
know. the cat. This is why I don't wear cloaks.
I
The
wasn't the cloak that got him. I got him by the
Oh.
tail.
Oh,
You know, I heard once that a guard mice got eaten by a cat, and he just cut his way out of the stomach. And so when he got eaten, I kind of thought that's what was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be so cool. It didn't happen though. He just kind of came out the shitter.
Hit by the guard. You know who cut themselves out of a cat's belly once.
Who?
I'm pointing at our new friend.
That's a tall tale.
We
It
were
was,
your age when he did it.
this is
Oh my god.
it's an exaggeration. It was a ferret.
It's really not. It was so cool.
Shouldn't we be talking more not about that kind of thing, and shouldn't we be talking about other? This is a funeral.
Oh yeah, who's going to be in charge next?
All right, so I come in and he's like, I understand that you are sad, but he died a warrior's death, and we should not be sad that he went out the way that he did. We warriors would love to go like that. Old age is not for us.
Wait, are you gonna?
Why?
You're gonna be our new leader? So we're gonna have two leaders who are eaten by cats?
No,
And
no,
also, is
no.
our new leader telling us
No.
that we should die?
No, sweetheart.
no.
No, he's
No.
not, are you?
I would never. I want all of the mice, especially the young tenterfoots, to grow into old age. It's just that you must see the. Well, this is why I'm not a speaker.
You got
Um,
to be fast, you got to be good, and you got to pay attention. That's what you got to do.
That's the most important one. You've got to be observant.
Yes.
I'm going to
yeah.
butt in here because what you're describing to me seems like your character's belief.
Hmm.
Who's?
Yeah, who's?
Yeah, Scorcher.
Ooh, yeah. you got to
But
be
even
fast.
then, even with what Clover added,
Oh.
seems like it's all the things you believe in. So we're gonna put a pin here. I'm gonna ask you to go on your character sheets and write in what does your mouse believe in.
What does my mouse believe in?
Goes under belief.
Like in general.
Like in general.
Cool. I'm guessing it's like an abstract thing and not just.
It's a semi-abstract thing
Okay,
in the
great.
sense that a lot like your traits, right? It's going to be used in the game. In this case, what happens if you act on your belief, whether you succeed or fail, you will get a, I believe it's a fate or persona point.
Why is Scotch a dancing at the funeral? I don't
It's a fate point.
understand.
That's just me, Layla.
Yeah, no. It's just good joke.
Everyone mourns in their own way, dear.
And there's something else though. So fate points if you do act according to your belief. If you act against your belief in a dramatic fashion, that earns you a persona point instead. And persona points can be used, so I mentioned earlier, it's the +1 to something, but also you can burn a persona point to use your mouse's nature in place of their other stats if the thing you're attempting to do fits in the nature of a wild mouse. So like hiding, running, foraging, all of that stuff. But you need to have persona points in order to quote unquote activate that. Everyone starts with 1. If you want to get more, you act against your belief. And then we have the other one, which are your instincts. My mic is going in and out.
It sounds like it might be like your limiter or noise gate or something. 'Cause
Yeah,
when
I
you're
think that's
talking
what it
louder,
is.
it's dipping down.
Yeah. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah.
But anyway, while I fix this, instinct is basically, so what your belief is what you believe in, but instinct is basically your kind of knee-jerk reaction, right? Of when faced with a situation. Do I have an example here? Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So if I say, be fast, pay attention, don't get eaten, are my beliefs.
Um, your belief could be if you are fast, be fast. What did you say? Be fast and
Be fast, pay attention, don't get eaten.
so be fast, pay attention. That could be like a belief. Instinct
yeah.
could be don't get eaten.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I'll edit that.
Which is a way to interpret it, right? Your first instinct will be survival, like absolute survival. Even if it goes against your, well, it should go with your belief of like being fast and all that. But that also means that playing against your belief would mean acting rashly
Ooh.
or brashly. Okay, let me see if my freaking thing's changed. All right, am I cutting in and out again?
No.
One, two.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, keep talking.
Well, okay, I can keep talking.
Yeah,
You're
you
still
are.
getting
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
actually
Worse
worse
now.
now.
now
Now,
you
now,
can't hear you at
now we got
all.
nothing. HSC Tech Gremlins.
Yeah.
It's just that's how it is.
No, but it's not just that. Like I see here on my stuff that I'm not peaking, but it works fine.
Now it's good. Now
Now
you're
it's
good. Whatever
fine.
you just did,
Yeah.
that's
I
fine.
have. Okay, let me try something. How
Sound a
about
little
now?
robotic, but that's
It-
fine. We can
Does
deal
it
with
cut
that.
in and out now?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, a little
Doing
bit.
it worse now. Yeah.
Okay, but right now, like this, it doesn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
No.
that was good.
Yeah.
Okay, and now what does it sound like? Am I good? Am I not good?
You sound
When you
really
turn
far
your mouth
away.
away from the mic, when you start
hear
doing
ya.
that, you go away.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if fix.
Nope.
Can't
Now,
hear you.
now it's not picking
Nope.
you. You're not being picked up.
Which is really funny because it's right in front of your fucking face.
For you.
If I stop the accent, it's gonna go away. I can't understand.
You're locked in now.
Yeah, I've kind of learned that about mine too. If I stop,
Yeah.
it's going to turn into a country
Gonna
accent
lock
again.
in.
How does it sound like now?
Ooh.
Oh, hey, there we
Oh
go.
wow,
But
that's
keep
very
talking
clear.
so we can tell if you're
Yeah.
zooming in and
So,
out.
like, I will see if I'm sitting over here, it's probably going to be a lot lower than if I'm sitting over here. Yeah, I found out what it was. Okay. That's cool. I hate this. I hate this so much.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have two separate soundboards, but I should get rid of one.
Oh,
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it.
It's just apologies for the tech issues. Scorcher, we kind of know what your instinct and your beliefs are.
Yeah.
How about everybody else?
Oh yeah, so I believe in duty. Our duty to other people. Don't make that face, please. And and I also my first instinct is to help others. So that's kind of where I sit with that.
Nice. Odile.
Mine is my belief is kind of similar. I can't decide which of these I want to word it, but right now I have to protect my friends. I was thinking maybe I might make it I can't let another friend die, but that's kind of the same thing. Because I kind of had this idea
protect your
that
friend would probably be more like applicable in more
Yeah.
instances than
Yeah. And then my instinct is when there's danger, I seek safety. So those will kind of be in conflict with each other a little bit, I think, in a fun way.
Cool. Jules?
If I have this right, mine is to stand tall in risky situations, and he wants all of his team to make it home. And that instinct boils down simply to fight.
All right, and Clover?
I have, well, the belief that you just now told me to jot down, which is the most important thing to be is diligent. But then also I have like alive is better than brave. And instinct, I guess, would be to look first, act later. So
Cool.
I'm not sure if that's like the right way to put it, but basically.
Yep. You don't have to put in the one I said. It's just because the way you
It's applicable.
and Scorcher, yeah, the way you both were talking, I was like, wow, you are literally in character stating your beliefs.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And with that, the funeral ends, and you are summoned to Gwendolyn's office.
Would I have
I
ever
have to switch the overlay.
met Gwendolyn before?
So you as a tender paw, probably not.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
Troll leaders might have. We have. I don't know if we're gonna see it on the overlay. But yay. The five of you, except apparently the tender paw has been cut off from the image, but it's fine. You're just
No, it's
too
okay.
slow.
I don't really matter. It's okay.
You matter.
I'm
to
just there.
me.
I mean, tender paws are meant to not be seen or heard. So
That's not true.
Who told you
would
that?
say you are the future of the
Definitely
card.
wasn't me. I would never.
Gwendolyn.
on the way, I'm going to turn to my mentor and I'm just going to be like, do you think she'll like me?
I think she will like you very much.
Yay.
I'm not saying that to the tender paw. I'm saying that to the cat.
Shut
who's
up, tender
really
paw.
angry.
Gwendolyn doesn't like you.
Gwendolyn welcomes you in her study, which is what you see currently on screen. It looks more like sort of a chapel almost. In a way, there's a pulpit at the end where a gilded book lays open with ink and quill next to it. The pages that are visible right now are drying up. You can see like a little dribble of black ink leak down one of the pages. The stained glass windows all display various heroic acts by past mice. And Gwendolyn, a blonde mouse, tall and springy. She's wearing an elaborate sort of tunic, blue tunic with a battle skirt. And her cloak is basically pinned like, what's it called? Padoga? No. Kind of. It's almost like a sash, right? I thank you for answering my summons, guards. I wouldn't ask it if it weren't very, very important to the survival of some of the people in the territories. I know you just went through something rather horrible. You have all of my condolences. But you are the only patrol left in Lockhaven. And so it falls onto you to help the town of Barkstone. And she is going to produce a small scroll from her tunic and hand it over to your patrol leader, Jules.
Oh. Mm.
You got a promotion.
But
Yes.
the guard is standing literally so stiff in a saluting position. And is like truly it looks like he's not even breathing.
Bear, you can stop that.
I can't. What?
Put your
Oh, I
arm
don't.
down.
Relax.
Okay,
Just a little bit.
of course. Yes.
Breathe. Bend your
I'm-
knees so you don't lock up.
Yeah. No, you're right. Sorry.
Don't apologize. You did nothing wrong.
Sorry. I won't do that again.
We only apologize if we did things wrong. Stop apologizing.
Okay, but if I'm not supposed to do it and I do it and it was wrong, shouldn't I apologize for that?
You didn't do
I
it wrong. I just
elbow
told you you didn't
Beauregard
have
so
to.
hard.
Oh!
I'm glad you did so because I was about to.
So mean to the tender paw.
And I kind of like gesture over, like with just my eyes towards Gwendolyn to be like, we're like in front of someone really important. Like you need to stop. But I don't say anything. I just elbow and then like with my eyes look back and forth.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn is
sorry.
a bit
Yeah.
amused.
I'm sorry, this is the
That's
cutest cat I've
plaintive
ever
little
seen. Can we all just
cry.
agree that this is amazing?
Yeah.
Like mine is just lurking. It's a little void behind me.
Incredible.
She's crying. She just wants attention.
Aw.
Jules, you are given the parchment on which a message is written.
Is this a message I can read, or is it for?
Everyone knows how to read. For some reason, mice have a 100% literacy rate.
Yeah.
It starts like this. Help! Exclamation point. We have no supplies left. A fire burnt down our granary, and the rest was stolen by... And then the next part seems to be written a bit with a shaky hand. Wild animals. We are out of food and are on the verge of starvation. Please send help.
Oh, we've
Not
got to
to
go and
leave.
help them.
Not the way I wanted to go to my home, madam, but I will help.
Gwendolyn adds that Barkstone is 2 days away. I've arranged with a merchant in Shaleborough. He will provide you with all the provisions you need to bring to Barkstone. We got the letter late. We found the messenger frozen to death about half a day away from Lockhaven. I do not know how much time Barkstone has left. Probably a handful of days at most. They are all counting on you. I am counting on you. In case you need it, Gwendolyn says, I will see to it that you are given means to purchase any supplies you might require. And that's going to go under resources on your sheet.
Cool.
So you're paid according to your position, to your role, your rank. So the tender paw starts with a resources of 1.
Where's
It's next to your will and health and all of that.
Got it. Cool.
The why isn't it there? What's going on? Give me a quick second. The book, I had the page earlier, and for some reason this one doesn't. I'm flipping through chapters. I apologize for this. Resources. Yada yada. Yeah, I know that. I think it's 1, 2, and 3. So the patrol leader would have 3. Because of course. There it is. Resources. Tenderpaw 1, guard mouse 2, patrol guard 3, patrol leader 4.
I'm rich. I don't know if that means I'm rich or not, but
I apologize. My cat pooped on my cape.
no.
Pepe. Yeah.
Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
Oh, bad kitty.
That's a no-no. It's because we're playing a mouse game.
I think it's an intimidation tactic.
Uh-huh. I don't know if you guys. I know she's not showing up on stream, but
I can
the
see
boy
her.
is
Aw,
right there.
baby.
And just right here is the orange baby, just like hiding right there. She napping.
All right. Bit of a rough start, but I'm back.
Yee.
So Gwendolyn basically gives you these resources are essentially would be like little sacks of coins. In this case, we'll abstract it to the value on your sheet. But she gives everyone one, and when she comes up to Beauregard, she sort of leans down and hands you the pouch and goes, "Don't spend it all in one place."
Yes, Mom. And then
Not your mother.
Beauregard blushes.
Not your mother.
No, but she's still. Yes, Your Highness.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
Yes, Your Grace.
You can just call me Gwendolyn.
That
It's
feels
just
so
Gwen.
disrespectful, but if you ask for it, I will.
I am only the matriarchs in that we need someone to attend town councils and all that. Otherwise, I'm one of you. Just like you soon will be one of us. It's unorthodox to do so, but once your mission is over, and you come back to Lockhaven, I will make sure you are made a full mouse guard.
But
Or guard mouse.
I shouldn't argue with you, Gwendolyn. But I'm only 16. I'm a wee babe. I just.
And you've already survived a cat.
You did do that.
And if your mission proves successful, you will have participated in the effort to save an entire town. That is more feats accomplished in such a short amount of time than some mice will accomplish over their whole lifetime.
Yes, Gwendolyn. And then once again, Burgard is just like bright blushing. Like it's not. It's so bright. It's full red.
Who's your mentor? And she looks at the rest of the group.
That would be me, ma'am.
What's your name?
Clover.
Clover. Keep an eye out on your charge.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I always do.
And, well, as is tradition, as you know, you are the one who will get to pick the color. According to exploits your young Tenderpaw accomplishes. You know
All
him
right.
better than I do.
Yes, I know him quite well.
I will await your choice of color when you come back.
All right.
Clover has been the best mentor I could have ever asked for. I just felt like I should say that.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
She then looks to your patrol leader. Do you have any questions before you leave?
Is there what was the last scout update? Any enemies? Crows, parrots, squirrels.
Well, the weather has been very finicky lately. Our weather watchers are incapable of saying it's sunshine one moment, a blizzard the next. I do know that the western part of the territories have already begun to freeze over. As far as enemies go, we haven't received any reports from animals beyond the scent border, but groups of chipmunks have been patrolling, or I guess raiding any late caravan or anything that they can get their hands on. From what I could gather, they are leaving the territories, so they should not be in your way.
No, I thought we were in negotiations with the chipmunks. Why are they raiding us?
It's winter. They they're out of food, I guess.
They never plan properly, you know that.
They tend to stash everything away.
And
More
then
than we do.
forget about it. Lazy sods.
Oi. Alright, let's see. Is there what other questions? Help me out here, team. What other questions should I ask? What is our what is the name of our contact in the next town?
Oh, yes. my, I'm sorry, I forgot. Elmo is the merchant you are looking for.
You're right.
Good. Would I know of this, being that I probably go back and forth between here, being that the place where I open is my home, like where I come from. Would I know of this merchant? Like what type of merchant he is?
That is a good question. I'm going to ask you for our first roll of the game. So
Nice.
that would be a circles check. So you're gonna first take as many d6s as you have points in circles.
Where is circles at?
It's one of your stats, like will and health and
I have
everything.
0 circles. I have 0 circles.
I don't think that's right.
To have.
So
you're
I
supposed to
also
have...
missed the number of circles we were supposed to have. So could you tell us again?
Yes, sorry. Tender paws are at 1. Guard mice are at 2. Everybody else is at 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got 3.
Okay.
And then, so it's circles plus, in this case, I guess we'll say, because you've traveled there and all that. Let's go with circles and Pathfinder.
Ooh.
Okay, so 4,
Now,
5, 6, 7.
Before you roll, if there's any traits that you want to try to bullshit their way into it, now would be the time. And also, 2 other mice. So there's always, and whenever someone makes a roll in this game, up to 2 other players may help.
Can I help?
They need to have points in the skill that I listed. So in this case, pathfinding. Pathfinder. If you do help, you give the player a d6. However, you will also suffer the consequences if the roll fails.
I have a 3 in Pathfinder. If you'd like me
I-
to help.
I have a 2, and I would like to help as well.
Jules, do you accept their help?
Yeah, I will.
All right, you get 2 extra dice. So roll all of those.
I would like to also try to get mail as one of my like little things, because I would occasionally take the mail when I'm not out on patrol, just to get out and about.
Mail-wise. Yep, no, that works. That works. Give yourself another die.
Yeah.
10
No, I'm
dice.
sorry, it's not a die. It's because it's a wise. It's you can re-roll one of the dice that
Oh,
you're gonna
I can roll if it. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
a
it's a
wise.
D6?
It's d6. A bunch of d6s, as many as you now have.
7, 8, 9.
All right, 5, 5, 6, 6. So that's 4 successes. Do you want to re-roll one of the other dice?
Yeah, I'll get rid of one of the ones.
Cool.
Ah.
Eh. That is still 4 successes. And that is what we needed.
Oh, nice.
You know of Elmo as the wealthiest but grumpiest merchant in Shaleborough. He basically made his fortune, or I should say his family made their fortune years ago by staking a claim on what ended up being the best cave in Shaleborough as far as like temperature, humidity, and all of that goes. So anything that they stashed there lasted, months at a time, and so allowed them to keep a lot of material and basically just sell later on in like a different season, right? It's as if they could sell like pumpkins in spring, because they'd be able to keep the ones they grew and they harvested in the fall up to now. And so they made their fortune. They are very, very wealthy. But you do know Elmo as being also the cranky old man in his rocking chair sitting on a porch.
We may need to stop at a meadery. Cause I don't know
We're going to
may
need to
be
bring a keg.
Yeah, he's a little grouchy. I understand this. It's cold.
It's cold.
But he makes lots of munties, so
There are no meaderies or taverns well, there's one tavern in Lockhaven, but it's closed now. There are many in Shaleborough, though. If you want to visit one.
we will.
We could
Don't we know someone from there?
Yeah, it's me. We could actually go to my parents' tavern.
Your parents have tavern.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good drink, right?
Not like
This explains so much more about you.
What?
I'm learning so much about you right now.
Yeah, I do. I'm an open book.
Yep.
Anyways, it's called the Squeaky Cheese. If we wanted to go.
I've been there. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I recognize you. Well, I recognize where you come from.
Yeah. They do the best cider that you can they do the best cider that you can get. You really doesn't get much better. At least that's what I've been told, obviously. I've never tried it.
It's a nice we will.
16, and you've never had a cider.
No, I've been well. I've wanted to focus. I've wanted to focus on training. So, um,
Listen,
because
listen, little
it's
mouse.
so and I my weapon is the bow, and it's hard to aim when you're a little. When at least from what I've been told, it's a little hard to aim when you're.
Don't tease him. His decision is his own. Do you think your parents would be amenable to helping us?
Oh yeah, I mean, my parents would do anything for me. They're my parents, and then also they why I mean, why wouldn't they help some people from the guards, help a town? Like who would say no to that?
You're an only child, aren't you?
I actually have 6 sisters.
You're the baby.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Well, I have 6 older sisters, and then I have about 5 older brothers.
Ah, yes.
I'm like scooching backwards out of the room because I'm
Yeah,
like, we are
I think-
taking
I
up
was
so
assuming
much
you
of
were talking as
Gwendolyn's
you were, like,
time.
leaving Gwendolyn's
Yeah,
place.
yours
Let's
and walks.
As you leave Winterhaven, jeez, as you leave Lockhaven in winter, someone donated to worsen the temperature.
I saw that. Fuck you.
So, as you leave Gwendolyn's room and you walk out into the courtyard, you see these big, fat snowflakes fall slowly, sort of dense on the wind, and land gently on the ground. And by the time you are maybe halfway to Shaleborough, because you're tiny little mice, you're walking in snow. You've got snow up to almost like your mid-thigh. And that turns what would have been a very simple trek into something a little more dangerous.
Simon.
Yes.
Clover has a. Let me see what it's. I don't think I have the correct word or name for it, but how do I? There we go.
Weather watching?
Not weather watching. Ice sense.
I have one.
Oh. Well then.
Not,
wait.
I'm
ice
sure it's not called
sense?
ice sense. It's like ice, like
Wise?
knowledge or
Oh,
something.
ice
Yeah,
wise.
ice wise. Yeah.
Okay. Then that you can use it in the following skill check. Because
Okay.
normally you wouldn't need a check to go to Shaleborough. There's a road that goes there. But because of snow, at some point you lose track of the road. And in order to get back on track and not waste too much time, I'll ask for, it's not going to be a big conflict, so we're not going to go into conflict mechanics just yet. One of you, will need to make a skill check. And this skill check is going to be, in this case, health and scout, because there are no paths to find.
I'd like to volunteer. I have 6 health and 2 scout. So
If you're sure.
yeah,
Now,
of course.
Can I
anything to
assist?
help.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay.
So here's the cool thing. If you assist with your wise, you will give a smaller bonus to Beauregard, but you will not suffer the consequences if something goes wrong. Otherwise, you commit to help and you give Beauregard a
I have scout. So
a
could
die.
I? What kind of bonus could I give with scout?
So basically, it's an extra die.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, which now means that if Beauregard fails, you will also suffer the consequences.
I will help as well. I have scout as well.
Okay, so you get 2 extra dice.
Do you think that I don't know? if this is a mechanical thing, but do you think my
Mhm.
item of my map would help me at all?
I would say yes. Add another die to that.
So do I just roll the total of my health, my scout, and then 3?
All the bonuses, yeah. And you will need 7 successes.
Ah! Okay, cool. So but I can do it. I can do it. Let's go here, and the d6s, because I know how things work. I'm not gonna roll 100 of them.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yay!
Little one, you have done well. Look at-
I know how to get home. Every mouse knows how to get home.
I would like to know, Burgard, how does that happen? Like,
Well,
explain to us how, or describe to us, I should say, how you successfully navigate to Shaleborough.
of course, yeah. So obviously we can't see the road, but since I would always beg my parents to go on trips to Lockhaven so I could look at all the mouse guard and watch them like do their training, which was and they would like bring some they'd bring some ale, and they'd like either donate some or sell some to some guards that were off duty. So we would have lots of trips to Lockhaven. And so even though I can't recognize the road, I can kind of almost recognize the trees of like, yeah, this is the path that we would take. It's like both physically in my body, and then also just like, yes, I recognize that tree specifically, and I know from that tree we're supposed to be on this side and going in this direction.
Good. And the others, how are you helping?
I think I'm clearing snow off the road. I got the shield. I'm just pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Helping look out for any other small details that might help.
And with the 3 of you taking point, you bring the group to Shaleborough. Now I know our little scene is with Elmo, but right now I don't think you were going to go to Elmo right away. This, by the way, is a screenshot of the cancelled Mouse Guard movie. The concept art of the cancelled Mouse Guard movie.
That's really cool.
So adorable.
That's so cute.
The mice are added by me, of course, but everything else.
Oh my god, I'm so small.
You're
Yes, you are.
tiny.
I'm so small.
Shaleborough is this village built within, as you might have guessed it, shale. So it's loose mounds of shale that lead eventually down underground to what we would call like a shale deposit. It's for a human, it's not that big of a cave, but for mice, it's a cave system. And people either live on the surface in little places like you see here at Helmo's house, or they live underground. There's no distinction, like there's no social stigma living underground or living on the surface. It really is just preference, and basically was there room for someone to build there. Burgard, this is your parents' tavern.
Yeah, it is.
But where's it located? Is it one
It's
that's
located.
outside?
I would actually say it's located more toward the center of town. I think it started as a little shack around the edges, but eventually They got a new spot more closer in town. Like an old tavern closed down, and they were like, "Oh, we'd like to use this one," and everyone was like, "We love your tavern, so of course."
There's music playing when you make your way to the center of town. There's this young pair of mice. One is playing a small accordion, and the other one has a violin, and they're basically playing very lively music to a half-full tavern. A lot of people are a bit on the groggy side. They tend to wake up late, go to sleep early, if they don't downright just hibernate.
Yeah, those over there, the people. I'm talking to the group. I'm like,
Yes.
those over there, the people playing the music. That one's Greg, and that one's David. Those are two of my brothers. They all play music. Actually, I think they all play. But I think, I shouldn't go through all the list of all the instruments right now, probably. But they all
No.
play a different instrument.
Proud of them. Your parents are where?
Oh yeah, well they're probably somewhere behind the bar. And then I as a tiny little mouse, I'm easily scurrying through all of the people. And I go up, I just go behind. It has one of those bar things where it's like an extension of the counter, but you can lift it up. But I'm so short, I just go underneath it. I just go, Mom, Pa.
Is
I'm
he
just
ever going to
calling out
taller?
for them.
Huh?
I said, is he ever going to get taller?
Yeah, he will grow. He will grow.
I
Really?
guess it depends on how this mission goes.
Are you
Oh my
implying he's going to
God,
get
Taylor.
eaten?
We all might die.
Let's
You
not
said
talk
at
about
the funeral
such.
about getting eaten, and now you're there implying that we're all going to die.
I
Let's
said
not-
depends. I didn't say it's going to happen. I just said it depends on how it
So
goes.
morbid.
Your
Not-
parents.
not-
Oh,
Okay, I was like, go ahead.
your parents, by the way, poke their heads out of the kitchen.
I
And
jump
your mom
into their
goes,
arms. I am such a loved child.
Beauregard! by the Providence, she literally picks you up. What are you doing here? Your father
I'm
walks
on a
up to you,
mission.
ruffles your hair. My little gremlin. A mission, you say?
Yeah, Miss Gwendolyn, she said not to call her mom. That's the only reason I'm not doing that before anyone gets on my case about it. Miss Gwendolyn said that it would be my last mission as a tenderpaw, and not in a threatening way, but she meant that after this, I am gonna get promoted.
Wait, Gwendolyn has you do a mission for the guard in the winter? This is dangerous, Beauregard.
Isn't it? It's so exciting.
Your mother puts you down and just goes, well, I hope you're not alone. Who's in
I
charge?
have so many friends.
I want to speak with whoever's in charge.
That's them.
I forget you. I go up because I come to this tavern a lot. I feel like, hello. They put me in
Eleanor.
charge.
Let's go with Eleanor.
Eleanor, hello. They put me in charge.
Jules? I thought you had
Yes.
your own patrol.
There's been a unfortunate death in their patrol, and Miss Gwendolyn has asked me to escort the young ones.
And these are,
Young
and she looks
one.
at the rest of the group, the members of the guards,
Yes.
correct? You're all on the
We're
same
the
mission.
same age, good Jules. Yeah, we're going on the mission. You got a spare keg?
Uh,
Just a little one, like a growler.
I,
We don't need a cake. We just need a flask.
A
a
flask.
flask? Well, if you want to drink, yes. To take, take a seat.
Oh no!
I
We
don't-
get to take it with us. We're on a timetable.
Oh. Oh well. Yes, I guess. Honey, can you give me a wineskin for the road, and just fill it up with? She then looks to the five of you. Fill it up with what?
Your strongest stuff. We have to go talk to. And what was their name?
Elmo.
Elmo.
We have to go talk to the Grouch. Elmo.
Oh. Fill it up with the cherry wine. Yeah, that one. It'll take a second. Well, please keep my boy safe.
Of course.
Oh, he's gonna be fine.
You look like you're all capable mice. Your dad comes in with the wineskin and hands it to the group. Doesn't really know who
I'll
to give it to.
I'll take it.
All right.
No.
I wouldn't take a sip. We're on duty.
Uh-huh.
So the booth basically in if you ever need to make rolls against our good friend Elmo, just know that the wine will give you a bonus die.
Okay.
Because it
Actually,
counts
who's
as
our
a
best talker?
weapon.
No,
Would that be oration?
It depends. You don't know what the rolls will be yet. When I declare it, you choose. So basically, the way in Mouse Guard it works is when you enter a conflict, I'll tell you everything up front. I am
Okay.
completely transparent. And
Okay.
then the group, the players, basically then decide what they want to do and how they want to do it. So it might be orator, depending on how you approach it. It might be manipulator. But the thing is in a social conflict, you can use different skills as different quote-unquote attacks. If you've
Okay.
played games like The Witcher that has like social
Oh.
combat, it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's not like, there would be a conflict with Elmo. That'd be weird, right?
Not a
La 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 la.
not a grouchy. I'm gonna call him Rocco at the end of this if he doesn't give us what we need.
He's gonna get his shit rockoed if he doesn't.
There you go.
Listen, Elmo's going through a lot right now.
I've been hanging out with Cookie Monster for too long.
I knew I should have given him another name.
Yeah, you did. You did that. This was a choice you made.
As an orange cat, lost his brain cell, didn't want to play anymore.
No, she's just a menace to society, is what she is. There's a stray cat up the outside of this window, and so she's just watching it.
So I take it you make your way to Elmo's place.
Yeah.
I would say, I would tell the give ease to the parents that they're the reason why we got here so quickly. That he was he remembered how to get home. He will be a great scout.
Are you using the map that Grandma gave you?
Well, yeah, of course. It's the best map there is. It has all of her notes in it, and I'm able to follow it easier because of that. It's the best map I have.
I'm glad to hear that you're not only helping, but you're. I don't know what to say. Mom,
Pa, I watched you guys work real hard your whole life so you could take care of my 6 sisters and my 5 brothers and me. And he started a whole tavern just so we could be provided for. And if I could work half as hard for Lockhaven as you have for us, then I've done a good job.
Well, I'm sure you will. And maybe when you come back in the spring, she like rubs her belly. You can meet your 4 new siblings.
Oh
Jesus!
my god! Yes!
16. Is that what normal people do? 16.
I come from a family of 20, so
All of my siblings were dead before I was born.
Oh, I am
not?
so sorry.
Well, no, it's fine.
No, I think Scorcher also killed a few after
I
seeing
did
Tom.
not. Who told you that? Slanderous lies, you little shit.
I would watch your mouth. You're speaking to my son.
I'm speaking to a colleague who is an adult. Thank you.
I lightly tapped the hilt of my axe on Scorch's head. That is enough.
I
Be
started it.
respectful. You started it.
I did not.
We're asking them for
Ow.
free help.
I was like, out before they call my tab.
It was nice to see you, Mom and Pa. We
You're
have to
lovely
go now.
people. Thank
Thank you
you.
both very much. We appreciate it.
I'm not in
You're very
charge of him.
welcome.
It's that one. Clover's in charge of him.
I hope he's not too much trouble.
Oh, not
He's
at
a lot of
all.
trouble.
Not at all.
I feel like I've picked
I
Beauregard
just-
up by the scruff in the back, and I'm just like carrying Beauregard out.
I'm just hanging limply. I'm just letting
Yeah.
you do it.
This is a normal thing.
Making your way to the surface and to Elmo's, what would be his very, I'm going to say not ostentatious house, but very spacious house. Has been in his family for generations. Has had add-ons to it. Basically, there's like an entire section that he uses as his store, with the other half being used as like his home. And the store has a little placard in front of it, like hung on the door, that says, "We're closed." The curtains are drawn, and the house appears silent.
Hold on, I'm gonna bang on my desk to knock. Elmo!
Well, what do you want? Who is that?
Supplies.
What? No. No.
Guard.
No.
Nope, it's
no.
the guard.
And
You can't tell us no.
You hear him basically stomp his way to the door, repeating, "No, no, no."
I'm gonna
I
grab
told him-
Odile and pull them in front of the door before he opens it, so it's not me.
He opens the door, facing all of you. He says, "No, for the last time, I told Gwen, no, we do not have. I do not have enough."
Do you want us to go out there to our deaths? You're basically killing us if you say no.
And if I say yes, I'm killing all of Shaleborough.
That's
Oh, get off it, old man. You have so many extra supplies. I've seen the storehouse.
And that's going to start our conflict. Hey, where are my things?
Of course, it's the Russian mouth that starts.
it's the Russian.
Of course
bullshit.
Of course.
Okay. So, the way conflicts work, if you look at all the handouts I have shared with you, you should have access to 4 of them called conflict actions.
Mhm.
Attack,
Okay.
defend, feint, and maneuver. I'm not going to go into all of the details of what it is. But essentially, those are like moves that you get to choose. I will put down I've already chosen the moves anyway for the merchant. You don't get to see them, but just know, people watching at home, that I'm not cheating. This is how it works in Mouse Guard. The GM puts everything down first. So I need this one. Hey. Oh, yeah, right. I have to do this one. What is it? No, you go here. You go here. And you go here. So you will pit one action against one of my action. Basically, each so we get to choose, to begin with, we will get to choose a conflict captain. The conflict captain is, if need be, the one that's going to break ties, like, you know, within your group, if you can't agree with like an action to take or something. And the conflict captain is the one who is going to roll for your starting disposition. Disposition is like how done you are with Elmo, or how much Elmo is done with you. And your disposition for this combat, so I have to say it before, it is not a negotiation in this case, it's an argument. And so the person with the most persuader should be conflict captain. Or the most will, because it's going to be will plus persuader to determine your disposition.
5, 6, 7. I have 8 total.
I have 6 total.
I got 3.
I guess it's me.
All right.
Yes, it's you.
So
I'll assist. I'm an asshole. It'll be
no,
fine.
you cannot assist on disposition rolls. It's
Never
just
mind.
like it's a, and you cannot add wises or anything like that to the disposition roll. It's just really like look at who's got the most, and that's what the disposition is. And it changes from conflict to conflict, of course. So please, Jules, can you roll? I think you said 8 dice.
Yeah, I have 8.
Go right ahead. Roll your 8 dice. No, sorry. Do not roll your 8 dice. Roll just your persuader dice. The will gets added automatically.
Okay. Ignore this one because I don't know how to cancel.
That's fine.
So 3. Let me double check, make sure I'm rolling this right.
Whoa.
I'm rolling that right.
Okay, so if you wanted, in this case, you don't have to, but if you want to burn your 1 fate point, you could re-roll your 6s.
Why would I want to re-roll my 6s?
You would roll and then add, if you roll more successes, you would add to that.
Oh.
So right now, because you rolled 3 successes, your starting disposition is 8. If you wanted it to be higher, you could. I can tell you that the merchant's disposition is 6.
I will not re-roll.
All right. So, looking at your handouts, you've got 4 types of actions. Depending on which one you put against me, oh, yeah, right. Chat can't see it. Okay. I was going to say chat can see what I've just done. No, because they're seeing what Taylor sees. So the attack card, if you put it against an attack or a feint, I call them cards because in the tabletop game, the physical game, they're playing cards. Versus an attack or a feint, it's an independent test. So we both would roll on our end, like each on our side, and then compare afterwards. Mind you, a feint always wins against an attack. So there's no rolling. If you feint and the other person chose attack, you win. No questions asked. When it's played against a defend or a maneuver, it becomes a versus test. So the players would roll, the defender, me, would roll, and then we would subtract my successes from yours, and the end result would probably affect, like, lower my disposition, right? And that's for attack. Defend is the opposite of attack. But also, if you choose defend and the other person chose also defend, we both get to roll. And however many successes we have above 3 heals our disposition. It's like the one way to quote unquote have a second win in conflict in this case. Feint basically will more often than not prevent someone from playing. And maneuver is the more complicated of all 4 of them, because you make a roll and then however many successes you have at the end, either because it's an opposed roll and it's lowered by my dice, or it's just you did a roll, you can choose to give me like a debuff for the next action. The way we're going to make it work, because this is a one-shot tonight, right? We're going to cap it at 5 actions. So I will put my actions down. You get to choose which ones you have. Each one of you has to choose a different, not a different action, but each one of you can roll for 1 action only. And I believe that the last little bit of info I need to give you, because this is an argument battle. No. Is which skill goes where? Conflict 110. All right. So in the case of an argument, Persuader can be used for any actions. Manipulator can be used for feint and maneuver, as long as it involves deception, intimidation, or manipulation. But everything else would basically rely on your Persuader check, or Persuader skill. And so I will leave you to debate amongst yourselves. What do you think you should play first, second, third, fifth, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, which stats apply to which actions one more time for me? I'm sorry.
So this, you would roll like a skill roll, and it would be Persuader can be used for any actions in an argument.
Mm-hmm.
And Manipulator can be used only if you take a feint or a maneuver and you try to like deceive the person through it.
Okay.
So consider basically each action to be like an argument you bring against Elmo. So it's going to be like this back and forth, right? You're trying to argue to make him agree. In this case, to give you what he's supposed to give you as far as provisions go. And so, attacks would be like arguments to try to convince him. Defend might be, arguments to explain your situation. A feint might be like maybe not an ad hominem attack, but something like that. And then a maneuver might be trying to basically catch him in his own lies or his own story. I don't know if that makes sense.
And we can't use any other skills, just like Persuader and Manipulate.
Just those 2 for now, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So, I'll go ahead.
I feel like maybe it seems like he's probably going to attack first based on how aggressively he came at us.
Yeah.
So if he does attack and we feint, then we win automatically that round. But I don't know if any of us have. I don't have Manipulator or Persuader. So
I have no social skills whatsoever.
I have a 2 in Persuader. I don't have Manipulator at all.
Oh no.
Well, the cool thing is if you feint, you don't need to roll if he attacks.
Yeah.
So you can use the person with the least Persuader to use the feint, so that way if you're safe, if he attacks, then you're safe because you won't need to roll. You just beat him immediately.
Okay.
Since I got shoved in front, I don't mind going first and trying
Yeah.
to faint.
Do it. Do it.
So I think since you said faint is like the one that's like you're kind of being more like manipulative almost, or like you said not ad hominem, but something along those lines. I think I just all of my pent up anxiety of like we just got thrown into the situation where like the person who delivered this message died, our leader just died, we're in the cold and through the winter, which nobody ever is. We just met this new person's parents, which I'm like, now I'm gonna if I survive, I'm gonna have to face this kid's parents and be like, hey, sorry, we did this horrible mission. So I think I'm again not crying, but my eyes are just welling up with tears, like about to fall from my face. And I just say, listen, if you send us out there without any kind of provisions when you promised that you were going to, we're gonna die. I'm gonna have to tell that kid's parents who live in your town that he's dead, and I don't know what kind of cold-hearted person could do something like that. And just like really going in on Elmo's honor.
Guess what? His first action was an attack. So
Yeah.
he's just going to stay there and stammer but it's not.
And our leader just died, and I can't handle if anybody else dies and freezes to death. That town may already be dead, and I already have to reckon with that. I'm just like, it's total like meltdown, all the stuff that I've been too afraid to say. Just yelling at this guy.
Then if they're already dead, why should I give you anything? It's just gonna go to waste. I'm gonna ask you to choose your second action.
What
So
do we think?
Odile, because you played, that's it for you. You can always help someone else if they need to roll, but you can no longer be the one doing the action.
Yeah.
I would say I would like to go last because I have the wine and I'm gonna use it as my trump card because I'm going to probably attack.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
I know I would like to defend, but I don't know when I should do that. I would leave that open to collaboration.
I think a defend right now would be good.
Okay, but also, just so everyone knows what I'm getting into, I have a 2 persuader. I don't know if that's what you use for defend, but
Yep.
great. Yeah, I'll do it.
Do
I'll
it.
defend.
All right. And he is defending.
I
So
don't
what
know
does your
if that's
defense look
good or
like?
not.
What would you say? We'll start with
I
that.
say I put on. Okay, so this is the part where Burgard has a little bit of a snake in him, and he puts on his little no pun intended puppy dog eyes. Puppy dog eyes on a mouse. We don't have to think too hard about that. And he goes, "Please, sir, people need help, and Gwendolyn said that we could trust you."
I am not going to fall for the machinations of what are you, like a prepubescent tenderpaw? And he also defends.
Oi!
Because none of you lost disposition, it just cancels out. Because you don't need to heal. And he won't be able to heal either because he's also at max.
Can I attack? Are we good with that? Can I attack?
Yeah.
Oi! What the fuck are you talking about that to a little... No! That is a guard in training, and you would treat them with respect. And you respect the uniform and do as you agreed.
Beauregard is so shocked at Scorcher defending him, but is not showing it on his face. Poker face, but is like, oh my god, is this happening right now?
You're going to treat the uniform with respect. or we're going to make you realize how we earned them.
I might have misspoke about the young person, but it doesn't matter. The guard just goes about and takes whatever it is they think that is for the greater good. Except, what are you going to do now, right? You take my supplies, then you leave half of Shelboro to die. So what are you going to do? Go to Elmos and then take their supply and bring it here and just shift everything around? What happens if one of you gets eaten by an owl on the way here, or on the way there, or on the way anywhere? Right? You just lose all the supplies and then poof.
Well, then we
Town
slit
style.
the stomachs open, and then we come out of the
Climb
stomach.
right out.
So
That's right. And I'm going to high five the kid.
He's using a maneuver, which means that in this case we're gonna roll.
So I have to roll?
Yes, you're gonna have to roll if people want to help you and give you, a
Please
bonus
help
die.
me. I only have 2.
So it would be in this case will plus persuader. So take as many dice as you have will, many dice as you have persuader.
We can
I
only
have
help
6.
if we have
If-
Persuader, right?
Right.
Oh,
We can't
okay,
we
okay,
can't
okay,
assist
okay.
with will, right?
No.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't help.
I have 6 dice then.
I will help.
assist.
I will help. I have it.
8 dice.
All right. So
Okay.
we've got Burgard and Jules helping, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many dice do I have? Okay. So it's going to be 6 versus 6, I guess.
6 versus 8.
Oh, versus 8. Oh. He's
I
got
have
2
4 will.
successes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means you get to lower his disposition by the difference. So you would lower his disposition by 2 in this case. However, you rolled 6s. Do you want to burn your fate point to reroll your 6s?
What happens if I reroll my 6s?
Then if they roll it's like an exploding die thing, right? So if you roll other successes, we add them to this.
How do I reroll them? Like, do I just click them again?
Just like roll 3 new dice if you want. It's just going to cost you your.
You can
your
also
fate point.
you can just also click on it and it'll say re-roll at the little top of it.
Oh.
Ah. Nice.
I see that. That's actually very helpful. Okay. Re-rolling all 3. I got
2
another
more
6.
successes.
Yeah.
That's
Another 5.
4, 5, 6, 7. So you got a total of 7, correct?
Yeah.
All right, minus 2. So that's 5. His disposition is now 1. Oof. So who's next?
Get him, Clover. Get him, Clover.
Yeah, go take the kill shot.
Yeah. I was like, if you want, I can go.
Yeah, somebody take him out.
Now, listen. Elmo. And I pull out the flask. I was like, we can shout all night, and we can be cold, or I can give you this cherry wine, and you can honor your deed for the cherry wine.
This is your attack, correct?
Yeah, this is my attack.
He was using a feint. So he's going to reply, sorry, mate, I stopped drinking last season. Trying to stay sober now. And because he's feinting, that cancels your attack.
Clover, get him. Get him,
So
Clover.
Clover, you're the last
Okay,
one
so-
to roll. I'm sorry, Jules.
Here's my question though. I have a disposition of 0. I have no social
it
skills
doesn't matter.
whatsoever.
Disposition is for the whole group. So right now you're using whatever.
You have a
Okay, but
persuasion of
again,
0.
I have persuasion of 0. I have
What
literally
is your
every
will?
social skill that I have. I have
What
a
is
will
your
of
will?
4. Is that something?
Yeah, so you would roll 4 dice.
Okay.
And if people
Yeah.
help you, you add on to that.
I'll help. I'll help.
I also have a trait called rational. Is that something that I can use to
Can
add
you
to?
bullshit me into? Can you
Do you need
try
to
to
be
explain to me
bullshitted?
how rational would work in this?
Well, I have the the belief that the most important thing is to be observant. So I would like to have used that throughout this conversation to listen to his arguments back against what we have been saying and sort of like formulate, rationalize to figure out, you know, the most effective argument to get him to give us the supplies.
I think that group, do you agree? That works.
Yeah.
All right. So how many dice should I roll?
So you used observant, which is your belief.
Right.
And then you used
Rational, which is my trait.
rational. So rational gives you a bonus die immediately.
Okay.
And then your belief. Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I also will help. I'll whisper and it's like, I tell him I have cookies. He has a sweet tooth.
How do I tell it how many dice to roll?
So if you click on the white die at the bottom,
Right.
it should open up like a little menu, and then you can just click repeatedly on the d6 until you get to the number you want.
And that's 6,
So
right?
4, 5 because of rational, 6 because of observant,
7 because of cookies.
7
And
because of
Cookies is
me,
a
and I
lot.
also help.
Cookies is a
And-
lot.
I also
No,
help.
he's gonna be mad at us.
So you
8,
have
okay.
8 dice against his. Well, he, by the way, was doing an attack.
Okay, so it's a contested
Like-
attack.
Yeah, it's a contested attack, basically.
Okay. Let's go.
Wow, that doesn't work.
Wow.
Give me a second.
Wow.
So that's 2 successes on your side,
Yeah, that's a really bad roll.
and that is 2 successes on my side.
Yeah.
And so the conflict ends because we've played our all by 5 action.
But I have a
His-
6. Can I not get an exploding
you
6
could.
on that?
You can. I mean, you're
Do it.
going to win one way or another. It's just you wouldn't have like a 100% win, but if you re-roll it, and there we go, 100% win. So,
Let's go.
right
Yes!
before we go to break, I would like to ask you, Patrol, what is it? Because you won, like you trampled him, I guess socially, right? What is it that you want him to do?
Gib.
Yeah, take the wine and give us the supplies that we need. Maybe a little
No, I'm
extra,
keeping
you
the
know,
wine.
just in case.
We're gonna keep the wine. He can have cookies.
we don't have cookies.
I have cookies. I have
You do have
resources.
cookies? That's in your inventory?
Yeah, I have resources. I will spend a resource on
It's
cookies.
a one shot. We got
Okay,
cookies.
He is going to give you a cart on skis, so you can pull it along, because snow, you know. And he's going to give you 6 provisions.
Oh.
Now,
the
in
original
order
agreement?
to help the town of Barkstone, you would need. You will if you want like a perfect victory, right? You need 8 provisions. 6 is all that Shaleborough can afford. Like literally, he's not like trying to swindle you or anything. This is you've got the maximum possible.
All right.
And,
Can I
oh,
can
yeah.
I ask him before we go to break, like where we might be able to pick up some more provisions?
He would tell you that if you're lucky, on the road to Barkstone, he seems to recall like a lone traveler who kind of did something similar to this that you guys are doing, but instead just paid for out of pocket the goods, stacked up, like loaded up a backpack and left to Barkstone. But he was on foot maybe like a day ago. He might be like a day before you, depending on like your speed. He assumes that mouse guards, mice are basically faster because you're more trained than a person with good intentions. So it would be on the way. And I think we're going to cut to break on that.
Cool. Right before we go to break, just remember, donate. We will be doing the poll during break. So when we come back to break, we'll announce the winner. And the break should be about 10 minutes, give or take. So yeah.
do at least once a
everybody.
scream, okay?
Right. Um, I guess we got a winner, and I guess it's got to be Cali Bear, my best friend, gets one of the prizes tonight. Hannah's one of Hannah's pin sets, and the One Ring TTRPG. Thank you again for all those who donated. And will you? I mean, I would say we would get in contact with you, but you literally live with one of the people. So good on you. So I wanted to win that, you bastard. Anyway, anyway, let's role play, guys.
Yes, you're leaving Shaleborough.
Elmo's a prick.
He's just a little, he's a little grumpy. I get that.
I was rude to the Tenderpaw. How can you be rude to that face? I mean, I can, but I'm an asshole, so, you know.
Yeah, I don't understand why anyone else would be mean to me.
Basically, your boss, I'm kind of obligated to be mean to you.
Yeah, I mean, Scorch is mean to me because they're afraid to like me too much. But everyone else, it doesn't make sense.
Hold on. Where do you come to that opinion? I
Well,
like you fine.
I just think that you're afraid to get attached to me because I'm so young.
No.
Observant, this one. He learns well.
I'm attached to you. I think you're fine. You're not the worst Tenderpaw I've ever met, and you survived a fucking cat.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's more than a lot of Tenderpaws I've seen.
Oi!
What? It's a compliment. It's a compliment. It's fine. He's fine. Odile agrees with me. See, Odile left. It's fine.
I'm wiping away frozen tears because I'm still scared.
You're about a day away from Barkstone at this point when we encounter our next challenge. I would like to know, just out of curiosity, who's pulling the cart with all the food in it?
I am.
You are?
That works.
I'm clearing the way with snow with my shield still.
Now, someone earlier... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Beauregard offered to do it, and then everyone was like, no, we'd like to get there sooner rather than later.
Today is not leg day.
You must grow a little bit more, but if you want to help, you can. That's how I got strong.
I think I'll do what's best for everyone, and just let the stronger people do it then.
Oh, look at it.
And so our
so
next
pretty.
challenge, as you talk, you happen upon the banks of a frozen lake. Now, someone earlier donated for extra provisions. And I will say that those provisions are in the middle of the lake.
What do you mean in the middle of the lake?
On the ice, there is this backpack that's been ripped open, food scattered around.
Ooh.
I would like to know... Yes?
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I look around to see what is the cause? If it's ripped open, I'm assuming there's some kind of predator that ripped this open. And I'm especially afraid of the bird.
I would like to assist, and I have predator wise.
Ooh. All right. In this case, this roll would be a little different because as a mouse, you could just use your nature to roll.
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted. Otherwise, you could use scout. It would be a mix of scout plus will.
Nature's better for me.
All right, then
And I
Go with
do
nature.
also have alert as one of my traits.
Give yourself a bonus die. Scorcher, you said you wanted to help.
And I have predator wise, and I would like to eyes up.
So do you want to help with the wise, or do you want to help as like a second pair of eyes? Basically, do you commit to the roll? Because if the roll fails, if you commit, you
Predator
suffer defeat.
wise. I feel like
Can I-
predator wise would be more useful.
All right. Then,
Can I use
yes.
Scout to help? Is that
Yep,
possible?
that would commit you to the roll. Yep.
Yeah, I would. I'm committed.
Okay. So add a 1 die for scout, and basically for the wise that is going to be used is that you are allowed to reroll a +1 die. +1 die. Sorry, the reroll is when you use a wise on yourself. I keep forgetting.
Okay. So I think I'm at 9.
All right. The obstacle, the number to beat is 7.
Okay.
Let's go.
Does it matter that I'm using nature as opposed to something else, or does that just happen like after the roll? Effect because I use nature?
Something will happen after the roll if you use nature. It might. It often enough. It's good, but if you fail.
All right. Let's see. Oof. Okay.
Oh, no.
Are 4 successes?
no.
I see 3 successes.
Okay. I couldn't remember
Is
if
it
4s were or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 and 5.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 successes. Sorry, I said are 4s successes, not there are 4 successes.
Mm.
So 3. Okay.
Right.
I do have. I don't know if this applies, but I'll just say it. I do have bird-wise. I don't know if it's a bird that did this.
Strangely enough, I guess you can use your wise in that moment. And because you're using it to help yourself, it's basically a aha moment. You may re-roll any single failed die. So basically take one of the die that you failed.
Okay, I'll
and you can
re-roll this
re-roll it.
one. And I got another one, so
That
I
was
have an
so
aha
ridiculous.
moment that changes nothing.
That was so ridiculous.
So, because you failed and you failed by 4, first of all, your nature is going to temporarily be reduced by 4.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. So what was your nature at?
6.
Okay, that's
So
not so
it goes down
bad.
to 2.
You're still, yeah. You're just way less mousy all of a sudden. And now comes the unfortunate compromise phase. Because you failed, you have to take on a condition. There are many conditions. Some might not apply here. But I will list them on your trackers on your sheet. You can give yourselves those conditions. They're like little tags. But it's hungry and thirsty. That's one condition. Angry, tired, injured, or sick.
Oh.
They all have a different what was I gonna say? There you go. It's shared with everyone in your handouts. They have different penalties, basically. When you're hungry and thirsty, you subtract 1 from the disposition of any conflict. If you're angry, it's the same, but only for conflicts that use will. If it's tired, it's from all conflicts. And that basically affects, like, even if you're not the one making the disposition roll, it affects the disposition roll.
Okay.
Injured gives you a major penalty, but you would have to explain to me how you get injured by this.
Okay.
And sick, kind of the same thing. And remember that whatever you gain, unfortunately, the Tender Paw or a guard will also get it.
Okay. I feel like
I
maybe
just want to say
tired.
that I was gonna say if you choose sick, I'm not gonna try to do a British accent and a stuffy nose at the same time. It's already hard enough to do this
Fair.
one.
Fair.
I think tired makes the most sense. I think that's what I'll pick.
Okay. So, wow, Beauregard, you also get tired, and I would like to know, how does that happen? Describe to me this skill check with everyone trying to help, and well, everyone, mostly Beauregard.
Yeah.
Scorcher helping you with knowledge.
I think what I do is I'm trying to, because I'm a gray mouse and I have this kind of like shadowy gray cloak. I'm not mechanically particularly good at sneaking, but I think I use that to try to like get out on the ice and see like what's happening. And I'm kind of blending in with like the shadows and the snow and like that kind of thing, and like trying to get out on the ice to see what, like looking up and looking around to see what the cause of this is. And I think I'm holding Beauregard by the hand. And I think I'm so busy looking up that like I hit a slick spot of the ice and kind of like, even though I'm not injured, like it's like I slip and fall and I'm cold and we've been walking for so long and I'm tired and I'm emotionally like exhausted. And so I just kind of like slip and fall, and that's kind of the last straw for me, as I also pull Beauregard down with me since we're holding hands.
Yeah, that
And I
works
just-
for me.
I just sit on the ice and I don't really want to get back up. I'm sore. I'm tired.
Oh, that hurt.
Huh.
Oh, golly.
As this happens, and the rest of you look towards the frozen lake, I believe it was this one. Give me just a quick second.
Oh my god, we're at
I'm
a
just
lake.
impressed the tokens have shadows.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they do. Your little shadows on the.
I was like,
That's awesome.
how do we have shadows?
They're
I'm
so cute.
impressed. They're adorable.
No. Okay, I'm gonna switch the music to say this, I guess. I'm sorry if it's loud. Yeah, okay, no. Well, then screw the music. We're gonna start with what you see. Coming down the sky, swooping down towards the middle of the lake, is this bird, this immense bird.
That's a big baby. That's a
with
real big baby.
horns and a bloodied eye. As someone who knows the legends of the guards, this is old One Eye.
No.
That a prior hero of the guard would, well, according to the legends, slain it in single combat.
Mm.
It
Apparently
was
that
Arthur
wasn't the case.
It's-
What?
I
What?
don't know. Ignore me. I'm sorry.
I heard that.
I just was like, oh, I'll come up with a cool kind of British name, and then I think I was gonna do Macaulay, and then I ended up saying McConaughey, like Matthew
That's
McConaughey.
the
Oscar McConaughey.
So oddly enough, the name somewhat sounds like that. It's Kelawani.
Oh, mind reader, Layla.
An
I am a little
almost mind
psychic.
reader.
I can predict the future, like how I knew my British accent was gonna be a bad idea, but I do it to you anyway.
So I guess this is going to be our big conflict of the night.
That's fucking good.
Because you need to grab. Someone will need to go grab the provisions if you want them.
I would
And
like
also
to
we need make sure
volunteer
that the ice
someone.
is fine. And we need to get rid of the owl. So I would like you as a group to tell me what is your main goal.
Can you put the owl's name in the
Provisions.
chat, please?
Yeah.
Oh, the owl name is Old One Eye.
Oh,
Old one.
Arthur
You mean
McConaughey
the-
was the name
Arthur-
of the
Arthur
hero, I
McConaughey?
think. No, that's not really
Okay,
what it
the
is.
other.
That's
So the
hero.
mouse who I'll put it in our video ninja chat.
Yes, please. Kilowane is the mouse that tried to kill Old
Yeah.
One Eye. Got
A
it.
blonde mouse with wielding the basically what is the Excalibur of this setting. It called a black axe.
He was
Oh.
old Two Eyes before she got a hold of him.
He
was old Two Eyes before he got a hold of him.
Layla, I
Yeah.
love you.
Thank you.
And the fight also happened in the snow as Kilowane was basically freezing over.
Fine.
So friends, my actions have already been decided.
Right.
So
May I propose a plan to the group before we agree to doing the actions? I would like either myself or Jules to fastball special the tender paw onto the ice to grab and scamper the provisions back.
Yeah, I'm the lightest.
You're
so
the
that actually
lightest.
makes sense.
Just
I agree.
true.
like curling but faster,
Yeah, I can just curl up into a little ball.
and just
Yeah.
and we tie a little rope and we yank you back.
Can I use Icewise to assist by helping them figure out what's the best angle to throw the tinderpaw at in order to get to the supplies most efficiently?
Would that be an attack or a maneuver, GM?
I would consider that a maneuver, the fastball special.
Okay.
And yes, you can definitely use Icewise for this. So it being a conflict against an animal, we're going to start by checking disposition for the group.
Gotcha.
Oh, and we have people that are tired. Oh no.
Yes. I would like to vote that we, instead of calling this the fastball special, we call it the furball special.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
Conflict
amazing.
captain will have to roll, and in this case, because you're fighting an animal, it's the one that has the most choices out of all of them, because you will use either fighter or hunter as a skill to determine your disposition, and you will add it to the highest of your health or nature. So
I have
whoever
a
is
9.
whoever's the best at fighter or hunter should be captain.
7, 8, 9. I got 10.
That one.
So it's
and
either
with-
fighter or hunter added to the
Yeah.
highest? Okay.
So you said you've got 10 fighter, or 10 if you add fighter to health or nature?
Two health and nature. Yeah, I have 6 as a fighter, and then if I
Yeah.
add health, I have a total of 10.
Yeah, I've got 4 health and 5 fighters, so 9.
Then your patrol leader will roll for disposition again.
It makes so much narrative sense too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Love
remember, there will be -2 to that because you've got 2 tired mice.
Right, and am I adding all of that, or just is it like how we
No,
did
just
it?
roll.
Not
So
fighter?
just roll your fighter
Just roll.
dice.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, dice gods. This is when you usually let me down. I need you not to do that here.
You got this. You got this.
Let's go.
1, 2,
Let's
3,
go.
4, 5. And you said how much health you have?
I have. Let me double
5?
check. 4. Let me
4?
double check. 4.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you've got
4.
a disposition of 9 -2 because of tired mice. So your disposition is 7. My owl has a disposition of 8.
What the fuck?
Look at the size
Yeah,
of
that
that
makes
thing.
sense. That's a
No,
pretty big
no.
owl.
It's
We have
hard to
brave
drive
little
it
mice.
away. So I'll remind you all of the what the owl was doing, just so you get maybe a clue as to what action is going to. He is swooping down towards you.
We should faint him.
You should think.
I, being that I'm probably going, I can stack my rolls up a lot. I think you should do furball special cast, because I have like
What do you roll
what
for
call it?
maneuver though?
In
What do you-
this case, maneuver would be a maneuver.
Because I'm good at one thing, guys.
And it's fighting.
It's fighting.
In this case, where are you? There we go. Fight. So
I would be rolling
use-
fight for a maneuver.
you use fighter for attack and feint.
Yeah.
And you can use nature, or you can use hunter or lore mouse, or there's so basically fighter, hunter, lore mouse. All of them can work. Lore mouse and hunter for all four of them, and fighter for attack and feint. But for maneuver, you would have to rely on hunter or.
I need to
lore
not
mouse.
fastball special then. I'm only gonna have 3
What's
dice.
your? I have.
So wait, I'm sorry. So what are the skills that you roll for maneuver?
Hunter. Or
Okay, just
lore
that.
mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lore
And
mouse.
I've only got 3 dice
Yeah.
in hunter.
Okay. Question: do you add any? Do you just roll the lore mouse, or do you roll with like will or health or anything?
You would add health to it, or nature if you're like running away to hide or something.
Okay, I would like to. Can
I
I
could do
roll for the
7 dice
furball
then.
special?
Yes, you can. Like,
Yeah, great.
mechanically you roll, but in the narrative, someone throws you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then
we can do that.
also, can I add the fact that I'm brave? Can I use my brave trait to help me here?
Yes.
Yay!
Can I add to their trait because I am bold?
I think it's pretty bold to fling a young mouse alone by themselves in the middle of a frozen lake when an owl comes down. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Before we do the furball special, I think we should feint first and then furball special.
Yeah, I think I agree
So-
with that one.
I can feint if somebody else can attack afterwards.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
because
attack
feint would be your
afterwards.
action disconflict.
Mhm.
Okay. I can feint, and as I'm fainting, yeet the child. Okay.
So it would be
cute?
feint, then maneuver, then attack is what we're planning. Because
Yeah.
Layla's rolling maneuver to
Yeah,
for
Mhm.
the
I think so.
to be hurled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so for
Okay.
the last two, might as well just decide the last two right away since all my stuff is already locked in anyway.
Yeah.
For Clove, who's doing the attack in the middle?
I feel like our brave leader should do the attack because
Yeah.
he's got much better fight skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
the attack. I'll do the
All right.
attack in the middle.
So we'll do feint, maneuver, attack.
And
And
then
then-
Clover and I
Odile.
believe
Odile.
Deal.
Defend.
Odile, yeah.
Sorry.
And probably feint and defend again, depending on what we need to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any skills that. I think I'm just gonna probably be rolling low dice pools
Oh.
for whatever I do.
What skills do you have?
Mostly
Because we can always help each other too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me say what I'm good at. I have some in fighter. I have 3 in fighter, so it's not the worst. But I have healer, survivalist. Those are probably the only 2 that would even make any sense at all. So 3
Healer
in
could
fighter,
be used
4
in a
healing.
defense thing, though.
Okay, I could do that. I have 4 in healer.
Our hero.
Yes, everyone gets +1 die to whatever they're doing. Thank you so much for the $50 donation.
We need it. Yeah, so I
We
can do
need it.
defense then if I can use heal for that.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Alright,
you would do
cool.
defend,
Mhm.
and we're left with Clover. You're closing this fight. What are you doing? What's going to be your
Our
action?
closer.
Why do I have to be the closer?
Closer.
I'm already the
Because
clover.
You are the
everyone is only
closer.
allowed
I'm
one
the
action.
clover.
You're the closer.
Clover the
You're the
closer. Yeah.
clover.
I have pretty okay fighter, and I have
Mhm.
3s in fighter and hunter.
Okay.
Survivalist, but I do have the skill of lore mouse, which I
Oh.
feel like is.
So you could use it to defend or maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure which one though. Like,
So, assuming that you go, assuming you go with maneuver, right, as the
Okay.
last one. In this case, whoops, my page, my bad. If you're going with maneuver as the last action, you could either, well, impede them might not be the best thing.
our whole course of action is that we're just trying to like ward the owl off long enough for us to get out of dodge,
to
right?
get to the
Okay.
yes. So you could use maneuver to impede the owl, and then that would give you a +2 dice on like the next roll after this fight is over.
Okay.
In this case, I would say like if we go into compromises and you've impeded the owl at the end, like you get like a
So
slightly
if I
more
use
upper
lore
hand.
mouse to impede the owl at the end, can I then that'll give me +2 on the next roll?
Yep.
So if I impede the owl to allow the rest of the party to escape with the supplies, can I then get that +2 and use ice wise in order to escape as well?
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
If the dice allow it, yes.
Look,
Yeah, this
hey,
is all
we're not
predicated
putting that
on-
in the world. Our dice are not going to betray us.
This is gonna be fine.
How
It's gonna be great.
dare you?
All right. So, opening up as the owl swoops down, of course, that's an attack. But
Okay, so how
y'all
many dice am I
fainted.
rolling?
So you've just canceled his attack. Can you
Oh.
describe to me, the owl is swooping down. What does your feint look like?
So the feint is me throwing the shield up with my left arm and yeeting the child out onto the ice and just redirecting those talons off. Because I've already got new scars. I don't need matching ones on this side.
Hmm. The talon sinks into your shield and like part of it pierces through inches from your face, or mouse inches from your face. But its attack is completely nullified, so we are now at the maneuver.
Great.
It's also going to try to maneuver.
Oh, so
Not-
that means that we're just rolling independently?
Let's
I think-
see. I believe so, because it's maneuver against maneuver. Yes, tested independently. He is
Okay.
going to basically try to disarm. No, he's going to impede all of you. Basically use its wing to sort of like create a gust of like snow and wind in your face. Anyway, that's what it wants. We'll see if it actually happens.
How do we help on the maneuver roll? How do we help? How do we help?
How do you think you can help?
I think you
I-
already said you were helping with the bold trait.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am helping with the bold trait.
I
Plus
do
one
have
die.
I have birdwise, so I can help with that. And I'm close
yeah.
to I'm close to where we both fell.
All right.
So maybe I'll
so-
whisper something in Beauregard's ear right before he gets flung about the nature of
So-
birds.
Duck dive.
Since you're helping with Birdwise, that means that if you roll any sixes, Beauregard, you can re-roll them.
Okay, cool.
No, you
cool.
can.
I'm
I'm bad at this. That's fate.
We
So
roll
many
one,
mechanics.
so you can
You
re-roll
re-roll
them.
one of the one that failed. Yes,
okay, great. I'm rolling
and you have a
11
+1 die
dice.
from Taylor
No, from
from the donation.
oh yeah, so plus plus another one from
Other
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Too many
then I'm rolling
Taylors.
12. Yay.
Whoo!
Okay.
Reroll one of those
2,
ones.
3, 4, 5.
Reroll the one.
One,
Pick
two,
one.
3, 4. That's crazy. Yeah, let's. Please don't be another one. Please don't be another one. It wasn't.
Do you still have your fate point laying around?
Yeah, I haven't used any points. I also have a
Because
persona
if you burn
point,
your
I
fate
think.
point, you can re-roll all of your sixes and add any new successes you have.
So
Yeah,
hold on,
cool, I'm
let's
gonna
count
do
them
that.
first. That's 4
1,
sixes,
2,
2
3,
fives.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6.
So far, you
So
have
reroll
6
all of my
successes total.
sixes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can roll like 4 more dice.
Do it. Oh. One
One,
of those was another
two.
6 and a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
There are
doesn't
4
explode a second
sixes.
time. So you're at 8 successes.
Whew.
You're gonna have a whole lot of things you can do. I'm at 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We tested independently. So if you look in your handouts at the conflict maneuver, so 1 you succeeded. because you rolled higher than me, one way or another, you will reach the supplies.
You can.
So with your 8, you can choose. You can't choose the same effect twice. Well, then that means you can choose all of the things that maneuvers can do.
Yay!
So my
Tender
owl
paw.
has -1 die. Who's next in playing?
The
That would
fighter.
be the attack.
Casey.
Okay, Casey, you get a +2 dice because of
I'm
the
about to-
maneuver.
And
And-
the best part.
Yes. So this is going to be weird. You can disarm the owl.
We're gonna make you a shiny new necklace out of a talon.
Oh, I was gonna be like, can I please take the other eye? But that's probably not possible.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could rip
Not
out
with
some
a
flight
maneuver.
feathers.
Yeah.
You could rip out some flight feathers and then they can't fly properly. Bird facts.
That would actually remove its silent wings thing, which gives it additional successes on maneuvers.
Woo! Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds like fun.
Can
I
you
use my bow.
describe
We
to
can say
me-
I use my bow to
Yes.
scrape off some of the feathers. And
So
I was actually trying to hit it and I missed, but I did that on purpose.
So you slide on the ice, get your bow out, shoot, and then basically you like a curling stone, you land next to the backpack. There is no mouse lying about this backpack. Chances are the owl made away with it.
I grab a stick of butter that's in the pile and I hold it up and I go, I am the butter guardian.
God damn it.
You did the pun. You did it.
Yes.
Did it, girl.
Where was I? Yes. Give yourself a persona point in case you need it.
Okay.
Casey, you're up with an attack. Guess what? The owl is going to attack as well.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I'm about to burn all of these dice.
I would like to help.
All right, so I am going to attack. So that's 6, 7, that's 9 starting out. Because you said it goes to health.
Yeah. Plus another one from Tay. And then
so
plus
10
2
plus
from Beauregard.
2. So that's 12. I have my, what is it? I have in my notes, I have fight. So that's another 1. And I also have a brave. Can I use 2 traits?
You can use only one trait at a time.
Then I would like to use my brave trait.
Yeah, and what's your weapon?
It's an axe with a shield.
If you look at the description of axe and shield, that should also give you something. I have it here. Well, shield is on defend, so no. But axe, because of the trait deadly, if you use it for an attack and you're successful, you get an additional success on top of it.
Oh, sweet.
So long as you roll 1 success, you get another one.
Okay.
Can I help?
So that's 12,
Tell me how.
13.
I am a fighter. I would like to help stab.
Okay.
May I also assist in this?
Uh-huh.
Because I just remembered that my weapon is a grappling hook.
Bring it down.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, I like that. All right.
We're
Okay.
gonna kick this owl's ass. So that's 14
So-
dice.
Yeah, and because we're both attacking, we're basically both doing damage to each other. No one's negating anything. Remember, your disposition is 7 minus 8. So if I roll 7 successes, it's going to be a bad thing for you.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Well, I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Are you kidding?
3,
And you have
4, 5,
1, 2,
6,
3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
8 plus another one from the axe is 9.
9 plus I am going to use my persona point that I have not rolled, and I am going to roll any of my 6s.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh. That's all right. 9 successes.
9
It's all right.
successes.
We still won. We
Yeah.
still won.
The owl is at 0. You are at oh boy. You're at 1 or 2?
What?
You were at 7, right? So 7, 5,
Yeah,
6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at 1 disposition. Oh boy. So I'm gonna need your help, everyone. Because you won, but it was a very narrow victory indeed.
Yeah.
You must grant a major compromise to the loser. Imagine that's for me. So the loser nearly accomplished his goal, which was to eat all of you, and was only thwarted at the end.
Oh.
I think the simplest would be to just give the injured condition to the last 3 of you who fought, basically Scorcher, Jules, and Clover. And I'd like you to narrate how that, like, those last seconds of the fight ended. And I mean, if Odile or if Butterguard, you want to add to that, please, by all means. How did you take down an owl?
That owl.
Wow.
Go ahead.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say that Jules jumps off of the cart with this just manic laughter as he brings his axe down, trying to go for the other eye because they have brought it down low enough,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he gets serrated on the beak. Is how he got hurt while bringing that axe down.
Yeah. I feel like Clover probably sank the hook into the wing that Beauregard damaged, and then we both yanked it down, and I stabbed the wing into the ice.
And how did you get injured?
How did I get injured?
Yeah, you all got injured.
Yeah, well, he's still got claws
Yeah, he still got claws.
and that nasty beak.
And that
I mean,
nasty,
we
nasty
know
beak.
enough of the lore about the famous battle with this owl to know where some of its weak points are for, you know, aiming for them. But at the same time, they're just stories. They're not telling us everything. So, you know, we think, oh, you go for the wings, you pull it down, you can, you know, go at it, but you don't see the claw come out from under it to get you.
Well,
It probably also screamed and deafened us. I don't know if you've heard a horned owl scream. They're fucking loud.
as the owl smashes into the ice underneath it breaks. You hear the crack, the crackle of the ice breaking. The wind begins to pick up. But the 5 of you clear the rest of the lake. You have someone who has Ice Wise, so you know exactly where not to set foot. And you will make your way. Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to add something because I think it's important for the arc of my character. If everyone is okay with this happening, I think that for a moment, because of the way the ice cracks, Beauregard falls in for a moment. And like has to like kind of swim his way out. But I just think that's important for the arc of my character for him to almost die.
You will become sick. I would give you the sick condition in that case.
Okay, I'm sick.
You will make it to Barkstone, and that would cover my turn as the GM. Remember, I told you the way Mouse Guard works, the GM has a turn, the players have a turn. Your mission was to get to Barkstone, you get to Barkstone. Now the 5 of you, each one of you, turn into a GM of your own. And You can each narrate a scene, and that's how we are going to end our game tonight, with those 5 epilogues, basically. You can go in any order you choose.
I can go first. So when we get to Barkstone, are there still people alive? I'm assuming yes. Otherwise, you would have told us
Yes.
that everybody
Yes.
was like dead.
It's
That'd be such a bad
morose-
ending.
It's a very like morose mood over there. People
Yeah.
are literally starving, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But
We met the Downer Mouse party. But that's next year's game when we come back. Oh no!
That could have been. That could have been. By the way, the extra
yeah.
provision that were granted would bring you to 8.
Yay!
So we have enough
With
to
the
go around
donation.
for everybody.
So yeah, there's plenty to go around.
I think then Odile gets busy kind of like as soon as we get there, kind of like passing out provisions to people and like going around and tending to people as like a healer. But I think during the owl fight, she just froze, like didn't do anything during the whole fight, was like, you know, if to my turn I would have defended, but it didn't. So I think just froze in place and like saw everyone else acting and just like couldn't, like was just like in like fight or flight or freeze and just was in a freeze like reaction. So I think the rest of the journey was like pretty quiet, and I think is just like kind of passing out provisions to people, and I think just kind of considering whether or not she should still be in the guard, and thinking about our last leader who died and she saw that happen. I had this idea the reason why she had Birdwise was because before she was a guard, like one of her friends was killed by a bird. So I think like thinks back to that and is like, I couldn't save my friend, I couldn't save the last leader. So it's kind of wrestling with that, but is also seeing like the provisions that are being handed out. So I think she doesn't feel like she really contributed to this happening, but is still like the mouse guard are doing good things. I just don't know like if I'm in the right place or like doing what I should be doing. So I think it's kind of like morose for her as well as she's handing stuff out.
Who wants to go next?
Jules will walk up to Beauregard and Scorch. And I keep wanting to say your character, Hannah, is Gwen, but it's not Gwen.
It's Clover.
Clover the closer. and looks at looks at everyone in the group and is like, I am very proud of you, all of you. You all are fine allies. And he will give his axe to Scorch.
No. I'm retiring after this. Do not
No,
give that to me.
No, you
Look
must
at my
leave
leg.
the younger
I'm
gentlemen.
retiring.
That's fine. You're not retiring. You
Yes,
are far
I am.
too young to retire.
I'm retiring.
But then pats and gives his shield to Beauregard.
I use a bow and arrow, so I don't think this is very useful for me, but I'll treasure it.
I will see that you will put on when Gwen upgrades you. If Clover's words are not enough, I will put a good word to put you with one of the top guards. You have shown true bravery today. And you will be a fine captain one day.
Beauregard starts crying.
Aw.
just
Clover, you
tears.
And there's a lot of snot because Beauregard is also sick.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I just remembered, Odile, you're a healer.
You're a healer.
I am a healer, yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you want to patch them up as you get the Barkstone, I would require a will. I know I'm butting in as the GM and I'm not supposed to because it's your time, but if you make a will plus healer check. You would need 2 successes per condition you want to clear.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
So all in all, you would need 10 successes to basically put the whole group back on their feet.
Okay. Well, I only have 7
And I mean,
dice.
this happens over the course of like several days, so it doesn't
Yeah,
negate any of your scenes. But
okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. And can I re-roll the 1? Because I haven't used any point things.
yes, you can.
Okay. Okay, that worked that
5.
time.
So over
I
the course of
patched
many
up a little
days.
bit.
If you want to also have that scene, it's all yours.
Yeah, so I think then it's just to add on to Odile kind of feeling like useless. I think over the course of the next few days, as she's able to patch people up, she does carry, it was one of her items, the medicinal moss from her hometown. So I think uses that in places where it's applicable to tend to people's actual injuries. And, and I think really babies Beauregard. Make some soup and make sure that you're nice and swaddled up so you don't catch a fever or catch a cold or anything like that. Yeah.
For the last part, I was gonna, he goes to Clover during the day. He's like, "You are a fantastic mentor.
Oh, well, I
If
appreciate that.
If you would want, I can talk to Miss Gwen and see if we can get you also a promotion to a patrol leader, if you wish."
Well, I will stay where I am so long as Beauregard still needs me. But once he is able to walk on his own and get his own promotion, I would very much appreciate that.
Excellent. And then he takes out his cherry wine. He's like, "I would share, but they only have enough for me." And he goes to his house.
You go right ahead.
I also love that it's my parents' wine.
We got hurt saving your dumbass, and you won't share a little tipple. Give
Fine.
over.
Come to my house.
Thank
It's not
you.
good to drink when you're recovering from an injury, I feel like I should say.
It's alcohol. It must clear the blood. Or
Alcohol's is a disinfectant.
Yeah,
Not drinking it.
Scorcher.
Not drinking it.
Yep. Burns all the bad things out of my blood.
You're gonna need a priest for that.
I hate that you know me well enough to be right. Clover, if you want to go next, because I'm going to do something bonkers.
Absolutely. So during a quiet time when, after we've handed out some provisions and everyone's gotten some healing and whatnot and a little bit of time to rest, Clover is going to pull Beauregard aside once Beauregard is feeling a little better. And she's going to tell him, "You are incredibly brave. And you have made your parents and this entire mouse guard very proud. And I will be putting in a good word for you with Gwendolyn. But I don't have very much to give you as, my thanks, my gratitude for everything that you've done." But she'll take the clover from her ear and she'll pin it to his cloak.
Stop. Layla is crying. Layla is crying.
That's so sad.
Stop. Is it a 4-leaf?
Yeah.
Of course it is. I think Beauregard, for the first time in his life, holds back his tears.
Aww.
Out of respect to how important this moment is, and goes, "Clover, I'll always keep this close to my heart."
Oh, she's gonna hug him.
We hug. Yay!
Take it away, Scorcher.
About to say, is that me?
Did you want to go last?
Yeah, I would like to go last, so that's
Okay.
Layla next.
Okay, cool. That's me. Yeah. So I think after almost dying, as I previously narrated, because I wanted it to happen, I think Bergard goes through this realization because he's always been very gung-ho to save everybody
Mhm.
and to like and then realized, oh, if I'm not careful, I'm the one who has to be saved.
Mhm.
And also it is also okay to allow yourself to be saved by people who care about you. A very mixed, a lot of convoluted things going on in that very tiny brain. And he kind of like actually stays with the town through the winter to make sure they have everything they need and that it's going to last. And he does that for that reason, but also for like the reason of like he knows that when he goes back, he's not going to be a tender paw anymore.
Mhm.
And there's definitely, even after that conversation with Clover, although that did help, I think there is still a part of him that's like, I'm not going to know if I'm ready until it happens. And so I'm not ready for it to happen. But he does eventually go back in the spring, and I think he does become a guard mouse, and I think he does a good job.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I love it. Okay, so I have something really silly I want to do. I feel like Scorcher heals up, stays in town with Beauregard for a while, so that he can make sure the kids got some extra training.
Wait. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you too much, but can we
Yeah,
say that
go
I
ahead.
had my first drink with you?
Yes, you earned it. Yeah. So I feel like Scorcher maybe goes back on his own. But along the way, he's taking the longer route just to make sure he doesn't get noticed by Flappy Flaps. And I think he hears a little mewling sound in the snow one night and finds the teeny tiniest little kitten in the snow. And I would like for Scorcher to adopt a kitten on his way home and then spend the rest of his time convincing Gwyndolyn to keep it.
You.
Think of the
So-
benefits of the cat not wanting to eat the mice.
You say that
And look at the
And-
face. Look at the face.
there is a story in Mouse Guard canon
Is
where an
Did I just do
owl
this?
adopted a mouse, and basically all of the other owls kept trying to convince it to eat the mouse, and it wouldn't do it. And the mouse basically became best friends, yes, but also a like owl speaking mouse. And the
Can I
owl
speak
stayed
cat?
by its side until it died. And so it is possible. It's been done at least once before, where a mouse and a wild animal lived together.
Do you hear that?
When you say the tiniest kitten, though, you realize that it's the size of a horse for you when you find it.
I'm
Okay.
aware. I know how that works.
Well, now though he's semi-retired, he's absolutely helping you train this thing because
Yeah.
this is our bonding moment again. It's like
Scorcher wants to ride this cat into combat.
Yeah, you've just given assault weapons to the mouse guard.
Yeah, I did.
it's how you train your cat.
Toothless is modelled off a cat, and I gotta use this accent for something, alright?
And I guess that ends our game.
That is awesome.
It was so good.
Well, everyone, thank you for donating.
Yes.
And thank you for our lovely guests for coming on. And Wonder, thank you for GMing this wonderful game. This was a fantastic game, and it will go into the rotation of games that I want to play.
This
Thank
might
you
be
for
my
introducing
new
this
favorite
wonderful-
TTRPG.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
Like I keep.
Yeah, don't forget to keep donating. We're gonna roll again.
Yes, we will roll again. So go ahead, throw in donations. We will say it at the end of the game tonight. I go down here. I let's see where we at here. Let's give everybody a chance to go around the horn real quick, and let's see. I'm looking. Go here. Thank you. Let's go with Cass. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky under. I'm not doing the accent anymore. Why did I keep doing it? You can find me on Blue Sky under Yod Almighty. And let's see, where will I be? On Thursday, I will be over in Entropy Emporium for our Girl by Moonlight campaign, where we are playing God Complex, piloting the husks of dead gods as mechs to hunt down interdimensional space kaiju. It's fine. I didn't eat somebody's heart last session. Don't worry about it. Then on Saturday, you'll get a double feature of me. I am running a Christmas, Hasmas charity game over on Live from the Apocalypse of Outgunned. We are doing what I affectionately call How the Green Man from the Mountain Stole Hasmus, where the Granch is leading an elite team of Seussical-inspired characters to steal Hasmus from a very ungrateful Cindy Lou Hoomst, the mayor of Hoomst. So that's going to be the morning game over on Live from the Apocalypse. And later that evening, Drake Lionheart is running Hanukkah Hunters. It's a Monster Hunters game where we are going to have a little Hanukkah hunt of monsters. And they're doing games all week as well, all the way through the 31st, I believe, because 12 games, what's that? And then the following Saturday, you will see me over on Tales from the Table Studios for our Star Wars game, Path of the Fates. We're using the Force and Destiny system. We have a Sith, not Jedi table and a Jedi table, and they've been mixed. So things are afoot, and I recommend coming to watch that. But yeah, that's me for the next little while. Who are we
Awesome.
going to next?
Let's go to Taylor. Where can people find you? What you got coming up?
Hey, yes, I'm Taylor. You can find me online pretty much everywhere at Roll for Felicity. I stream TTRPGs on my own channel, which is twitch.tv/Roll for Felicity. You can also find me on YouTube. All my VODs, I've done like 60-something different systems and like almost as many guests. There are some Christmas-themed ones on YouTube that you can find in years past. This is my last TTRPG for this year. I'm working on scheduling stuff for next year. So if you want to keep up with other stuff that I'm doing, you can follow me pretty much on Blue Sky is where I post stuff most often. So you can find me there. Also, thanks High Shelf Collective. This is my first time on this channel, so I appreciate being here. And also shout out to Taylor, the other Taylor, not myself, for producing, because you did a great job.
Awesome. Hannah, tell people
Hi.
about yourself, where they can find you.
I am Hannah. You can find me on Blue Sky at Hanimation and Instagram at Hanimation Studios. Yeah, it's difficult to keep straight of my own stuff. So this is my last TTRPG for this year, but I will be returning in the new year on some Wandering DM shows, thank goodness. And High Shelf Collective, I am forever grateful that you have included me in your shows. Thank you for letting me come back this year. This was so much fun. And as long as I can continue to be part of your program, I will gladly do so. Thank you so much. And Taylor, thank you so much for producing. This was amazing.
Awesome. I gotta say, with my first time being with this group outside of cast, this is a fantastic cast, and I hope we can have you come back here more often, Anna, and play in more games. Same with you, Taylor. And Linnea, I butchered your name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was like, who?
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
Layla. Hi.
Layla, I am tired.
That's okay. I get tired too.
Where can they find you? What you got
Oh,
going on?
don't find me. If I'll be on something in Taylor's channel earlier in the year, probably not High Shelf Collective. Roll for Felicity Taylor's channel earlier in the year, early next year, and I also community manage over at Roll for Felicity Taylor's Discord, which is always fun because it's kind of like it's a really cute server. love each other so much. So if you have good vibes and you want to spend time with people who are cool, you can go over there. And also,
Awesome.
I'll plug once again Roll for Felicity's channel, because I see her streams sometimes, and I don't even watch people's streams, but sometimes I watch Taylor's streams, and I really enjoy it. So that's that on that.
What if you ever want to play more? You're more than welcome to also come back here because you were fantastic tonight.
Yay! That's so nice.
I go next, and then Wanda, you can tell them, or do you want to go and then I'll go? How do you want to do?
It's up to you. You're emceeing tonight, so do you want to close
Oh,
the?
okay. We'll go with you, Wandering.
All right.
Where they can find you?
Hi everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you so much for coming here tonight. You can find me over on my channel tomorrow, in fact, as we're playing it's going to be episode 4, I believe, of our little 6-episode mini-series of Adeptus Publicanorum. Basically, it's a Warhammer 40k campaign where everyone plays a tax collector. And it's essentially The Office in space. All they have to do is basically fill out forms and stop like a rebellion or two.
Hold
far,
on.
they've...
Is it the Office in space, or is it Office Space in space?
I've never watched Office Space, so I don't know.
You need to watch Office Space.
But essentially, it's so the thing to make it like a long story short. The Warhammer 40k universe, there's a lot of things happening on social media about it, and I feel like a lot of people take it way too seriously, and it's not supposed to. This whole thing was supposed to be satire from the get-go. They have an inquisitor, a witch hunter called Obi-Wan Sherlock Clouseau. I mean, come on. There's a planet called Michael McDonnell, which is the homeworld of the cat people. Like, come on.
Is Arthur McConaughey there?
No, he could, I guess.
He's an Arbordy. I guarantee you he's an Arbordy.
But basically, yeah, it's grim and dark, but it's also supposed to be so over the top that you can't help but think it's silly, and that's what we're doing with the game, basically. And then you can find me. That's gonna be it, actually. I believe Tuesday is my last. Yeah, tomorrow's my last stream of the year. Heading into 2025, I'm gonna have way too many things. The folks at High Shelf Collective, well, Cassie, were there, probably know of a thing or two that might happen on this very channel, and other stuff. I can tell you that, like, big world premiere 2025 for Wandering DM is we're gonna go to the future, we're gonna go to space, and we're gonna go to space in the future. Like, I don't think I'm gonna GM any fantasy or medieval stuff this year. Oh, and also Gotham City. So
what?
Gotham City, we're returning to Gotham City with Gotham City Chronicles at the start of the new year. Hannah's in it.
Yes.
And yeah, come around if you want to watch it. Otherwise, you can get my games at pretty much any FLGS. I worked on Vampire the Masquerade Chapters, Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation, which is not out yet, but will be in 2025. And the Rayman board game and all of that, many of which are available either online at retailers or at your friendly local gaming store.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I am Tabletop Trucker 78, Casey Patterson. You can find me at Instagram at Tabletop Trucker 78. If you want to see what I do for a living, going across this country, you can also find me here. Just DM me. I'm always open to talk to people. I do have 1 or 2 more games for the year, which I'll get here in a minute. But just to also, if anybody is interested in Mass Effect and anyone is interested in Red, Cyberpunk Red, me, God Taylor, and another buddy of mine, Gavin, made a cyberpunk hack called Omega. It's a passion project that I've been working on with them for 2 years now, and you can go back. We have a VOD on our channel of where I was running it, and hopefully, season 4, 5. I'll go back and look. Will be premiering in 2025. But other than that, you can also come back on Tuesday, December 17th, for Rage Across Texas, ran by David for Werewolf Apocalypse. Which, as somebody who's new to Werewolf, I love Werewolf, so I'm looking forward
Mhm.
to see what you're getting up to. I cannot wait for that. Then Wednesday,
Oh, you're
December.
going to enjoy that one.
Oh, I'm so hyped. Wednesday, December 18th is our Cyberpunk Red game that was ran by me. I do believe that is a pre-recorded, but it's still loads of fun, and I love all of my players. We got up to a lot of tomfoolery. I got to go back and remember where we're at, but we're not in Night City. I do Cyberpunk International, where I go to
Ooh.
different places around. We were in Japan. We're in Japan after Yonobo took over Arasaka. So this is like 78, 79 in the future. So it's really fun. The crew did a lot of cool stuff there. We saved Lizzie Wizzy from becoming a crazy robot by singing. It's fantastic. And I think you'll love the villain and how we've disposed of them. And then Thursday, December 19th, You Are Not a Wizard, ran by Mike at 8:30 EST. Anything that ran by Mike R is going to be fantastic, funny, and whimsical. And deadly. He's the only GM in this place that has killed me and has almost killed me twice. So he won the bounty. With that, let me check my messages.
Got a winner.
Arrow! Arrow, you won tonight! Arrow Oni Belly.
Onion belly.
Onion Belly. Woo! Man,
Yeah.
I need to get glasses. I'm getting old.
That's good.
Tonight you won, if I remember right, the another pin set from Hand Animations and the One Wing Starter set. Oh wait, no, that's at the break. Is this a
It's right above.
oh, there it is. The Dice Vault set enrolling from Tay and Edgewood Academy in a $50. That's the whole event. I'm screwing up. No, it's a $50 gift card from Drive-Thru donated by Ronaldus and a Hannah Pen set. I do apologize. The highlights have screwed me up. But we will be getting in contact with you.
Yeah.
Innova. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you. I got you.
I'm. Anyway,
You knew.
thank you everyone for playing. Tonight was wonderful. With that said, are we voice in my ear? God, are we rating?
Oh yeah, are we rating God? Potato,
I have no.
our goddess, are you here?
God Taylor. God Taylor.
Keep
Keep
vamping.
having. All right,
Okay.
come on, babe.
There's something I wanted to add real quick because I forgot to. It's a tidbit, right? The Mouse Guard movie was going to be directed by the guy who did The Batman and was supposed to feature Idris Elba and Andy Serkis.
What?
Okay, that
it
would be
was
so cool.
taken from us by Disney.
Oh,
After they purchased Fox, they canceled the project.
oh.
I don't think you should be allowed to cancel projects when you buy things with projects.
Okay, but who canceled Nimona originally? Because it still got made.
I think that was also, I think it just, the studio it was working on actually just went out of business. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and it was going to be written by the dude who wrote Rogue One and a bit of Star Wars
What?
Rebels. Yep.
So this is gonna
We
be
were-
this is gonna be a slam dunk.
But it got canceled.
We were robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Iker, you some bitch. Why do you ruin my
No,
life?
no. That was what's his face, the bald one with no spine.
Oh, the one who canceled our house.
Yeah.
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 Firehouse. In
Owl
the
House was
middle
so
of
good.
the street,
Owl House was very
house.
good.
I really am upset. I didn't. I came late to that game and I watched it. And I'm like, why do we not get a million seasons of this?
'Cause
Like,
it was
this
really
is
expensive.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Animation's
Owl
always
House
expensive.
gave birth to my favorite D&D character.
And who we rating?
Who are we rating? Lollygag.
All right, everybody. Well, you know how it works. We're gonna raid lollygaggers. Make sure you interact in the chat so they can get credit. Again,
Yeah.
thank you for coming. Come back. We'll be seeing you soon. I usually don't know David's part, so I'm gonna sign off with "May all your rolls be crits," and don't be a dick.
Have fun. Very well, then. Ciao.
Got it.